Hey, long time no here. I haven't made a video in a couple of days. This is a video for April 14th, Wednesday, halfway through the week. To start us off with our self-start, we've got 3 review questions. These are things that we have done throughout the school year, just kind of looking to see what you remember. For the first one, it says, at noon the temperature was 15 degrees. At 9 p.m. the temperature was -7 degrees. What's the temperature difference? Well, that word right there, if we remember, even though that was a long time ago, difference means to subtract. So I always like to put the positive number first, and then I'm going to subtract my other number, which was a -7. Now, if we remember, we can use a superpower and a consequence for this. So 15 plus a +7 is actually 22. So the temperature difference is 22 degrees. The other way you could have done it is looked at a number line and just count the number of jumps from 15 to -7. Question number 2 says Bob McBobby made 40% of the 35 shots he took playing basketball. How many shots did he make? Well, for these types of problems, you can do one of two things. You can do is over of equals percent over 100. Or you can do part equals percent times the whole. So the is over of. The is, I don't really see any is in that. So that's going to be my x. My of, it says of the 35 shots, so that's going to be my of right there. I have a percent, which is 40 over 100. Now, with these types of problems, remember you multiply numbers that are diagonal and then divide by the other numbers. So I'm going to type in my calculator, 40 times 35 divided by 100 gives me an answer of 14. So how many shots did he make? He made 14 shots. If you do the part equals percent times whole, that would be your x equals your percent, which is 14, but remember to turn it into a decimal, times the whole, which is 35. And there you go. Third one says, Mike deposited $500 into a bank account at 6% for 4 years. How much interest did he earn? Well, this is the I-party method. I is the interest, P is the principal, that's what they start with. The R is the rate, which is your percent, and T is your time. So the P, the principal, is what he started with, which is 500, times it by the rate, which is 6%. We need to remember, though, to divide that 6% by 100 so we can get a decimal. So that's going to be 0.06, and we're going to times that by 4 years. So 500 times 0.06 times 4 gives me an answer of 120. So how much interest did he earn? He earned $120 for that account. There's your jokes for the day. As far as information goes, there's really not a whole lot. Parent-teacher conferences are today from 3:30 to 7. If your parents want to speak with me, I do have a couple of empty slots they can sign up for. They just go to the school website, click on parent-teacher conferences, and then my name, and then they can sign up for a time slot. For today, we've done the self-start. We're going to have a little bit of an activity, and we're going to move into our statistics topic. So the activity is this. You're going to be given 2 minutes. You need to not do any research, don't look up online. Those of you at home, even if you are at home, you can try this out, but it won't necessarily mean a whole lot since you won't have all of the data. So in class, we're going to try to have people figure out how many Disney princesses they can name. And then we're going to use that for our statistics. So just a little FYI, here you go. Vocabulary, there's some words that you need to know for this statistics unit. You'll need to know what a mean is. The mean is just like the average. To do that, you add up all the numbers and then divide by the number of times that you added numbers. The median is kind of the center. You have to list all the numbers in order from least to greatest and then figure out what number or what numbers go in the middle. The mode is the number that is repeated most often. And the range is the spread from the smallest number to the largest number. And to do that, you just subtract the largest and the smallest numbers. So for pre-test, students will be logging on. I gave you guys a separate code, so use that. And to help you out with the vocabulary, this seems to help quite a bit because a lot of people tend to get these vocabulary words mixed up. So it's a song that's to the tune of Hey Diddle Diddle. Hey diddle diddle, the median's in the middle. You add and divide for the mean. The mode is the one that appears the most, and the range is the difference between. So, hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, you know. So it just kind of sounds like that. So you don't have to worry about that since you don't have results. However, you can do this though, because we need to find the mean, median, mode, and range for these numbers. So for the mean, we're going to add up all these numbers together. So we're going to do 13 plus 18 plus 13 plus 14 plus 13 plus 16 plus 14 plus 21 plus 13. And I get 135. So now we're going to divide by the number of numbers that are up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to divide that by 9 and we get an answer of 15. So that means our mean, our average, is 15. The median, we've got to list these in numerical order from smallest to greatest. So we've got a 13. We've got another 13. We've got another 13. We've got another 13. Let's see, we've got a 14. We've got another 14. We've got a 16. We have an 18. And we have a 21. So there we go. So now we've listed them in order from least to greatest. Now to find the median, we're going to take off one from each end until we find a number that's in the center. So I'm taking one off of each side. And it looks like that the number that's left over is 14. Now, if by chance you have two numbers in the middle, what you do is you add those together and then divide by 2, and that will give you your median as well. The mode is which number appears most frequently, most often. Well, if I look at it, 13 appears a lot more often than the other number, so my mode is 13. My range is the difference, that means subtract, from the smallest number to the largest number. So I'm going to do 21, which is the largest number, minus 13, which is the smallest, and I get an answer of 8. So my range is 8. So now that you've had a little bit of a briefing on what statistics are, go back into that assignment, type in that code that I originally gave you, and try it again and see if that helps you figure out what to do. So if you have any questions, message your teacher, Canvas, or email, and we hope to see you back soon. See you guys later.